So what do we have going on here right now?
So here we're actually in an area called the Hinterlands. It's outside of Red Cliff Village for people that have played Dragon Age Origins. It's a medium-sized area for Dragon Age Inquisition, but this area is actually bigger than all of Dragon Age Origins put together all by itself.
Wow.
In fact, basically everywhere you can see here, you can head to, you can climb. We've opened up a lot of movement as well. You can jump now to go over, obstacles to kind of make your way up and down.
You can jump now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I know, like a revolution.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised by that.
But no, I mean, we haven't done that before. And when we said, we want to have areas that are more vertical, areas that you can interact with. Right now, we're looking at a cool kind of mechanic that has you kind of hunting around the area looking for lost artifacts.
So is that what a shard is? Is
Yeah,
a shard spotted?
yeah.
All right,
In
cool.
fact, bad guys have kind of been here ahead of us and started setting these up in these like clandestine locations. So you're taking advantage almost of the bad guy tech. Though I don't think we're going to talk too much about the bad guys.
Yeah. So what's my incentive to go and explore, like, on these hills? Like, well, why am I going? Like, why should I deviate off the path? I'm looking for the quest to go next.
So the thing we want to make sure is that when you're out in the world, that it's all purposeful. So ultimately, everything you're doing is either designed to strengthen you and your party, so you're getting crafting materials to build better weapons, better armor, or you're doing things that actually strengthen the Inquisition. You're doing things like closing fade rifts, which increases the renown and the reach of the Inquisition. You're helping citizens or freeing people that can actually come and reinforce your Inquisition. That's really one of the core tenets of Dragon Age Inquisition, is that you're the leader of an organization. This allows you to do things you couldn't do as an individual.
Right. So what are the benefits to me for like making my Inquisition like more influential, stronger? Like what impact does that have on the game?
There's a few really key benefits. The first one is that it's really the mechanic by which you decide where the story goes next.
Right.
Rather than the story will go here, then here, then here. Like it's kind of like our older games. The story rewarded you with more story.
Right.
We wanted to break that up and say, look. We're setting a goal for you. You want to lay siege to this fortress, or you want to, get your way into this fancy Orlesian ball. Well, you need to be influential enough to kind of maneuver the politics, or to build up your siege weapon, that kind of stuff. And so, adventuring now kind of earns you a currency of power that you can then choose how you spend and what objective you want to pursue next.
That's great. It's not battle power; it's politics also, and you're influential there. That's
Absolutely.
amazing. So, this horse. I mean. Are horses the only thing you can ride? Are there any other mounts?
So we definitely have a multitude of different routes, not just horses. Things like lizardy creatures and that sort of thing. You collect them in the world, and they'll give you different perks as you're riding around the space.
Yeah, and really the horse is there to get you through spaces you've been through before. One of the things we aren't doing is scaling enemy creatures or anything like that. They're not like, it suddenly gets way tougher. When you come back to a space, if it was relatively easy, then it will still be so. More likely, though, is that you'll have been there, established camps, started influencing the area. You'll start seeing your banners flying and your men patrolling the roads rather than it just being like a static locale.
So conversely, I could venture somewhere and face something incredibly strong, I'm not ready for this, I'm going to try anyway and get my ass kicked.
Speaking of something incredibly strong, here's one.
Is that a dragon we see?
That was a completely non-timed non-type.
Well
done. You just led me right in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've reworked dragons from the ground up. It's in the name, so we thought it would be worthwhile. The big thing is now, rather than targeting just a dragon like a giant circle, you now actually target individual limbs, and they're so big you can get into them, under them, fight through, pin them down. And one thing you'll see in this fight is, as it progresses, we're actually going to damage one of the limbs, and the dragon will start limping. And as it lands, it'll fall over, meaning you can pin it down, really go to town with your
Could I knock off a wing, or hurt the wing so it doesn't kind of fly above me? That's really cool.
That's right. Yeah, you can really target the individual parts to your advantage.
Yeah, and a big part of that is really the teamwork, right? So we're going for that same feel you get when you team up to take down a big creature in an online game, that kind of thing. But again. The party's always been the heart of DA games. So the mages have their own set of skills. In fact, we have 200 spells and talents for you to pick from. So you can build basically any character into any role.
That's way more than previous Dragon Age games, right? I mean,
There's a lot more upgrades, talent trees, you name it.
And so, just to be clear, this is still a single player adventure, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
So,
cool.
So you control all of these characters, and a little further on, we'll get into kind of the tactical view and showcase that.
Right.
But you'll notice here we're switching between different characters you control. So that lets you, say, okay, I'm going to move to my archer, I'm going to do this. You can do that all in real time, or as we'll show later, in pause.
That's very cool. So
That's down on the leg.
How many dragons? How many different dragons are there? Can you tell me, or is are there a wide variety?
there's different types, different breeds. They look different. They're all in different areas. They're all basically apex predators, so they're really, really tough encounters. They're basically designed for endgame, but they drop incredible loot and crafting materials. And with dragon stuff, you can kind of make the best stuff in the game.
Oh, that's so. If I encounter a dragon, can I get away, or am I just like stuck?
You can.
I can't. I can't escape.
You can disengage.
Yeah, we really want to make sure because the game is an auto balancing to you. You want to make sure that if you're engaging into a combat that you aren't ready for, that you